fraction review. First question. Alex is tiling his bedroom floor. 3/10 of the tiles are blue, 7/10 of the tiles are red. Which decimal represents the number of blue tiles? So, we'll go ahead and box in our question. Okay, our question is, what decimal represents the number of blue tiles? And right here, it's saying that 3/10 of the tiles are blue. So we're looking for 3/10. First one, our first answer choice says 3/100. So that would be same as 3 over 100. That's not the same. That's not right. This one says 3/10. That looks like this, 3/10. That looks like it's a pretty good chance there. Next one is 7/10, which is 7 over 10. And that was not right. And the next one is 7/100. That's 7 over 100. And that one's not right. So B is our correct answer choice on that one. And they gave us a couple answer choices there. A was there to trick us. And actually all those were there to trick us if we were not paying attention to the question and maybe we thought they was talking about red tiles. Okay, next question. Question number 2. Okay, think through math lessons. This is a table talking about think through math lessons. The number of lessons and the number of lessons passed. So, based on the information in the table, which statement is true? And right here it says, Logan's lesson record is the best because, and it's showing this right here, it's showing a comparison. It's saying that 8/12 is greater than 7/10. Let's go ahead and just check that by cross multiplying. 12 times 7. 12 times 7 is 84. And 8 times 10 is 80. So I can see that this right here is not a true comparison. It's not a good comparison because 8/12 is actually less than 7/10. Let's go ahead and look at the next one. Kind of a similar one. And it's saying that 10 times 8 is 80. And 7 times 12 is 84. Okay, and that's a good comparison. It's saying that 7/10 is greater. So let's put a question mark by that one. Okay, let's look at this next one. Now I have, if I cross multiply on that one, I've got 8 times 10 is 80. And 7 times 10 is 84. Okay, and according to doing it that way, okay, and that is telling us that that one is a true comparison. So we got 2 question marks on that one. Okay, Logan's lessons records are best because 7/10 and 8/12, so that's 80 and 84. So this one is not true. So let's go back to our 2 and just double check them real quick. Right here it says Alana's lessons, and the fraction for Alana's lessons would actually be 6/10. This represents 6/10. She got 6/10 of her lessons passed. So none of those fractions are compared, and what they did on those, they pretty much inverted and made an improper fraction. And these fractions right here actually do not represent anything on this table right here. So we can do away with that answer choice right there. It's not C. That only leaves B. Let's look. Caitlin's lessons. Caitlin's lessons, she did 10 and she passed 7. That's 7/10. So, and that is what it's saying right here. So 7/10. So that is our answer choice. B is our correct answer. Okay, let's look at the next page. Okay, question number 3. It's got a hundreds grid there, and it says, what does the model show? And if I look at it, I can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 completely filled, shaded grids right there, and that's actually 60. We're talking about decimal, that's 6/10. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 64 hundredths. If I want to write that as a fraction, since we do ask over total, and the ones that are shaded is 64, and the total amount of blocks are 100, so that's what that should look like. And right here, and what it has it's supposed to be a decimal and a fraction. And right here, this is saying 64. If we were talking about a straight hundreds grid, okay, that would be true, but it would not be 64 tenths. There's no way that 64 tenths would be correct on that one. This one I have 6 and 4 tenths and 64 hundredths. The 64 hundredths looks like it's correct, but 6 and 4 tenths is not correct. The next one, I have 64 hundredths, which matches that, but then I have 164ths. Remember, it's ask over total, not total over ask, so that's backwards from what it's telling us, so that's not correct. And then the last one right here, I forgot to mark off B was not correct. So we're going to assume that it's going to be D, but we're still going to check. So 64 hundredths, that is right, and then 64 over 100, which is right. So D is our correct answer choice. Question number 4. Okay, math was chosen as a favorite subject by 27 of 36 students in Mr. Shoemaker's class. Okay, which method can be used to find a fraction equivalent to the number of students Mr. Shoemaker's, I put Miss Shoemaker, I need to change that. Mr. Shoemaker's, I put Miss right there. I guess that's my wife's class. So, class who did not choose math as their favorite subject. And so, if there's 36 total students, 36 total students, let's go ahead and box in the question first. So, and it says, the question is, which method can be used to find a fraction equivalent to the number of students in Mrs. Shoemaker's class who did not choose math as their favorite subject? And right here, these numbers right here, 27 out of 36 did choose it. So that means the rest of them did not choose math as their favorite subject. So the operation I would use to figure out which ones did not choose, I'd have to do subtraction. So there's 36 total students, 27 of them said math as their favorite subject. So that means the other ones did not. So need to regroup. That becomes a 2, that becomes 16. 7 from 16 is 9, and 2 from 2 is 0. So that means 9 students did not choose math as their favorite subject. So that would be 9 over 36. 9 over 36. So that's a fraction of students that chose math, that did not choose math as their favorite subject. So on this one, I could probably go ahead and eliminate. There's only one answer choice that has 9/36 as one of the fractions. Okay, and 36 over 9, they basically just did that one backwards. Okay, and 27 over 36 would be the fraction of people who did choose math as their favorite subject, and this one's 27/36. But we'll look at a couple things real quick. If we're trying to come up with an equivalent fraction, you have to do the same thing for the top and bottom. So if you divide the top by 3 and you divide the bottom by 4, 9/9 would not be equivalent to 27/36. So we can eliminate that one too. And this would be a correct way to figure out the equivalent fraction to 27/36 though. But we're not trying to figure out 27/36, we're trying to figure out 9/36. So on this one, A is our correct answer choice. Let's go ahead and look at the next problem. Okay, problem number 5. Okay, I have some number lines right there. It says, which statement is not true? Okay, and I have a bunch of answer choices right there. And what we're going to do is go ahead and look at our number lines. We'll go ahead and try to label them. Okay, on this one right here, it looks like all of my answer choices has answers is either a whole number or a decimal. So, but we're also trying to figure out the one that's not true. It's not true. So if I want to go ahead and let's see if we can go ahead and come up with a decimal for each one of these. On number line number 1. Okay, on number line number 1, let's see how many spaces are here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 spaces. So that's 11 spaces. So our denominator is going to be 11 on this one. And there's one hole. It's got one hole right there. It's going to be hard to make a decimal when my denominator is 11. If I have a denominator of 10 or a denominator of 100, it's easy to make a decimal out of it. But this one, I really can't make a decimal out of it. I'll go ahead and finish it. I'll make a fraction though. 1, 2. So that's 1 and 2/11. So right there, I'm going to be pretty sure that number line number 1, A, is not 1 and 2/10. It's 1 and 2/11. So I'm thinking that's probably going to be our correct answer right there. Look at we'll go ahead and do them in order. B, number line 3. It's asking us about number line 3. And we'll see how many parts are in the hole. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10. And so I have one hole right there. One hole when it's shaded. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 3/10. I put 2 there, but 3/10. So number line 3 is 1 and 3/10. And that's what they said right there. So that is a true statement. But we're looking for a false statement. We said this one is a false statement already. Answer choice C. 4 represents 13. So if we look at this, I start at 0 and I go to 10. So that looks like, let's see if I would guess there's 10 spaces there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But that's going to be 10 holes because I start at 0. That's actually going to be 1, 2 holes, 3 holes, 4 holes, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So it's 13 holes. We're not even representing a decimal with this number line, but 13 is the right answer for that, and that's what I have for answer choice C, so that is a true statement also. And D, number line 2 is equivalent to 2 and 6/10. Number line 2 is equivalent to 2 and 6/10. Let's check that out real quick. Okay, so this one doesn't look like it's going to be broken down to 10. It's going to be broken, let's look. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's broken into fifths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's check this out real quick. So I do see that there's 2 holes. There's 2 holes there. And if I want to make a fraction out of that, that would be 1, 2, 3 fifths. 3 fifths. But it's asking us, is it equivalent to 2 and 6/10? So 2 and 6/10. 2 and 6/10. Okay, we know 2 and 2 are equal, so let's see if 3/5 and 6/10 are equal. 6/10. 5 times 6 is 30, and 10 times 3 is 30. So yeah, it does look like it is equivalent to 2 and 6/10, so that is a true statement also. A little bit harder to come by, but it is a true statement. So we're looking for the one that's not true, and that is answer choice A. Okay, let's look at the next question. Another number line. Okay, and we're not going to quite be able to see all of our answer choices right there, but I'll scroll it down as far as I can. See almost there we got them all there. So which statement is true? So we are looking for the true statement on this one, looking for the true statement, and it's written in decimals. So we have 2 and 5/10. So we need to kind of think about some of our benchmark fractions, and our benchmark fractions are 1/4, 1/2, and 3/4. And I know if I'm thinking about money, that 1/4 or 1/4 is 25 cents. 1/2 or half a dollar is 50 cents or 5/10. Same thing, 5/10. And 3/4 is 75 cents. So it looks like all my answer choices down here, or a lot of them right there, have something to do with a with one of those fractions right there, one of our benchmark fractions. So the first one right there, and that's number line 1. They don't look like a number, but it didn't show up, did it? That's number line 1, number line 2, number line 3, number line 4. Number line 1 is 2, and it's broken into 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. That's the first one. So that would be 2 and 1/4. 2 and 1/4. 1/4 is equal to 25 hundredths. So which statement is true? So it's saying that number line 1 is 2 and a half, basically, or 2 and 5/10. So that one is not true. That's a false statement, because it's actually 2 and 25 hundredths. Okay, number line 2, okay, is 2 holes, and 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's 2/4, or the same thing as 1/2, so that's 2, and 1/2 is the same thing as 2 and 50 hundredths, or 2 and 5/10, so that's 2 and 5/10. And number line 2 is this one down here, saying it's 2 and 2/10. That's a false statement. Number line 3. On number line 3, I've got 1, 2, and 3, and this one is 2 holes, okay, but it's not directly on one of our lines right there. So let's go and see what it's saying about number line 3. And number line 3 right here is saying that it's 2 and 75 hundredths. So it's saying that it's 2 and 75 hundredths. And on this number line, 2 and 75 hundredths would be the 3/4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 1/3, 1/4. This would actually be 2 and 75 hundredths. So this one is false also. Number line 3 is false. So I'm hoping number line C, number line 4 is correct representation. And we'll look at it again. That's 1, that's 2 holes. So I got 2 holes right there. And it's 1, 2, 3, 3/4. 2 and 3/4. 3/4 is equal to 75 hundredths. So 2 and 75 hundredths. And that is a true statement right there. So C is our right answer. And we got one more question. Okay, question number 7. It says, Alani shared a dozen pieces of candy with her friends. Jacob ate 4 pieces and Cody ate 2 pieces. What fractional part of Alani's candy was left over? So what fractional part of Alani's candy was left over? So we want to box that in and make sure we answer that. And it says, Alani shared a dozen pieces of candy. Jacob ate 4 pieces. Cody ate 2 pieces. So we're trying to figure out what's left over. So if Jacob ate 4, Cody ate 2, that's 6 pieces of candy. Now I got the word dozen here. I know a dozen, I think about eggs, is 12 pieces of candy. If she ate, or if those 2 boys ate 6 of them, that leaves 6 pieces of candy. And if I want to make a fraction of that, that would be ask, which is 6, just 6. The total is 12. Look over my answer choices. I got 1/3, 1/2, 7/12, and 5/12. And none of those look like they match that, but I can probably either simplify that, or I can even look at it. And I looked at 6 is half of 12, so 6/12 would be equal to a half. Or I could go through a couple steps here And I know that I could divide the numerator and denominator by 6. So 6 divided by 6 equals 1. 12 divided by 6 equals 2, so that's equal to 1/2. And that leaves us answer choice B.